How the fuck are you trembling queefs doing today? It's the Aussie Metalhead here, and goddamn if I'm not very fucking excited for today. We're finally fucking here, cunts. We finally fucking made it. You bastards made us fucking wait long enough. And now here we are, talking about Bayview Suspect, Survival or Ruin. So the Bayview boys need very little introduction on this channel, I believe, considering, you know, fucking everything. One of my all-time favourite fucking bands, and it's just fucking well that they're just absolute sick cunts as well. These hard-working motherfuckers have put their heart and soul into this fucking work, so I am just more than fucking happy to be sitting here today talking about their latest fucking effort. It's been a long time, it's very fucking highly anticipated, but we're finally fucking here talking about Survival or Ruin. Let's fucking get into it. So for the sake of you out there who maybe haven't seen any of my videos in which I have talked about Bayview, as I have made several videos talking about them in quite a lot of detail, I figured I would just do a quick summary for those of you who are just tuning in now, so you don't miss out on any of the fucking goodness. Bayview Suspect are a Perth metal band. I personally identify them to be more in sort of like the groove metal category, I guess, because there's just nothing but just stomping fucking grooves going all the fucking way, but at the same time you've got fucking techie elements, you've got shredding fucking sections, excellent fucking melody, some core elements as well, elements of deathcore, metalcore, but none of this really feels like it does them justice, especially here, because I feel like Bayview have definitely cultivated their own sound, their own fucking presence that makes them a band that stands out from the crowd immensely. They have released one EP prior to this one. It came out in 2014, which was To Whom It May Concern, an EP that I now know just fucking inside and out off the back of my head the number of times I've listened to that. It is available now for digital download on the old Bandcamp, so I'll chuck a fucking link down there if you want to check that, as well as obviously the link to the new album as well. I would, however, recommend, if you haven't heard them before, listen To Whom It May Concern first. Only because it is incredible to see just how much of a fucking development and stylistic growth there has been from the first release to this one. So I highly recommend that you check out To Whom It May Concern first. It is an excellent fucking EP, but it's no Survival or Ruin. Until Dusk is a hook-laden riff barrage packed with melody, have a very heavy hand of replayability. It opens with some very engaging, blistering finger fuckery before dropping into the main hooking riff of the track. What is first identified in about the first 20 to 30 seconds is the attention to fucking detail here. From the delightfully catchy bass line sprinkled in with the changes, to the memorable as fuck breakdowns, Until Dusk also boasts vocalist Johnny's varied and fucking powerful delivery. From mids to lows to highs, there is a fuck ton of natural dynamicism going on here. It just does not stop at the fucking vocals here. The dynamicism extends to every fucking element of this fucking song. It's just so goddamn engaging. There is a lot more going on in the mix than it can be immediately identified. I think that just goes down to how well these songs have been written. All of the little changes, not playing a certain thing the same time around the second time. These little fucking changes that just are absolutely delightful for someone who loves to pick music the fuck apart. There's also this incredible, lucid fucking bridge about halfway track right before the final chorus. And I'm not going to play it, I'm not going to show it, I don't want to spoil it. You got to check this shit out for yourself, man, because it's so fucking good. I love it. So right off the bat, we've got a track with a fucking chorus that just gets stuck in your head like a motherfucker. Hooks for fucking days, man. Damn, we're off to a fucking good start. Renouncing Compliance is up next. Great fucking song title, by the way. Really fucking like that one. It starts off with a thundering barrage of notes and blast beat of fucking fury that hits you like a kick in the balls with a bag of wet cunts. The pace doesn't let up though, transitioning into the main riff of the song extremely fucking well as Johnny's vocals rip through the mix before the song descends into open-peaked grooved fury, man. Yes, this fucking song does bring the mosh mode quite fucking well indeed. The groove here is just demanding and it will not let you fucking go. Again, all the dynamicism going on here, from the minute changes to a fill or a tail to a new pattern that creates a perfect environment for replayability. All the while being uncompromisingly catchy and memorable. Cheers, boys. I'll be humming this fucking tune for weeks. Watch Those Catch Light has an intro that is so fucking Bonovosaurus, and I fucking love it. This track is an absolute monster, showcasing the riff skills of residential riff meister Mr. Brody Lawrence, who just tears the fucking leads up here, man. Holy shit. But honestly, this can only be attained by everyone being on that same fucking level of just fucking bringing it. This is a track where you can tell these motherfuckers poured everything they fucking had into this fucking tune, man, and it fucking shows for it. And again, the fucking drops going on here, so organic, it doesn't fuck up the pace. Instead, it just throws you into the fucking pit, literally and figuratively. Some truly pit-worthy drops going here, for fucking sure. I also feel like it's really worth addressing the attention to detail with the vocals as well. I'm a big fan of Johnny's vocal style sort of since the beginning, but I think the development, the evolution of his style is really prevalent in tracks like here. These awesome fucking highs that he started throwing into the mix are just fucking beastly, man. They're fucking disgusting before dropping back down into a low. It flows through the song super fucking well. Nothing feels generic here though. I mean, the concept of highs and lows and stuff is nothing new to the concept, but the way it's executed here, I'm just an absolute huge fucking fan of the way that it's been done. Next we have Force Fed, which is an instrumental interlude. I love this track. The atmosphere is not something that we've really gotten from Bayview before. I really like the experimental nature of it. I like that it's so completely out of left field. It's not something that you'll be expecting at all, but I really like the way it's executed here. I think that it's surprising, it's very engaging, and it's very difficult to get that with an instrumental interlude. I feel so many interludes these days are just sort of forgettable filler to further pad out the length of the album, but this is actually something that I was willing to go back and listen to multiple times. Like, I repeated listens to this track several times because I was genuinely enjoying it that much. So, really fucking good job, boys, for creating an interesting interlude that didn't just make me want to hit the fucking skip button. Well done. The fucking drums here are fucking excellent. I love the way that they duck and weave around the main tapping section that sort of plays throughout the entire song. The layering is really well done. I love the melody going on here. It's so memorable. It's so fucking creative. I really enjoyed this one. Next one's Belly Full of Lies, and you fucking know we got a mosh to this one. Need I explain why that's fucking awesome? This is what I've been fucking waiting for, man. This has been the fucking year for the evolution of fucking metal. I've reviewed some albums this year that have just shown me where the new trajectory of metal is heading. And if this is a sign of where metal is going as a genre, then I am very fucking stoked, man. I got a chance to speak to the boys a little while ago regarding their intentions for this album, and something that I thought was really interesting that I took away from it was how they were trying to address this from almost a pop sensibility, writing songs for the sake of very memorable hooks, never forgetting the hook. There's some techie shit going on here, man. These are not simple fucking songs. These are beastly fucking arrangements, lots of fucking changes, lots of interesting dynamicism, and it's also fucking memorable and hooky, man. This shit excites the fuck out of me because this is what's been missing from metal for a fucking while, man, is a sense of absolute memorability. This is a fucking classic right here, man, and I might have a serious bias when it comes to this, but listen to this and tell me that this isn't not the direction that metal needs to be fucking heading in, man, because this is some of the best shit I've heard in fucking years. I love the way that they carry and they adapt the feel of the initial hook here, returning back to the classic hook again, but everywhere they go, you know that it's still in the same vein. That priority of catchiness and hookiness is not lost, regardless of what they want to do, whether that be a crazy high-octane tread section of string-skipping finger fuckery, or a beastly low-end fucking drop into Chug City. It never leaves the fucking hook, man, and that is so important. That is just fucking sensational, dude. I do believe that this is my favourite fucking Bayview track of all time up to this fucking point, man. Fuck it. One more fucking time. These have to be my favourite fucking vocals from Johnny's. I love his vocal rhythms in this track. I love how they ebb and flow. They accelerate. They exceed the speed of the track before bringing it right back. Fucking love the ebb and flow going on in this fucking song. It's just fucking awesome, man. I can't fault anything here. This is utterly fucking excellent, man. I also really want to make the mention of just how organic this fucking album sounds, man. It's tight, it's precise, but it's not mechanical. This wasn't an album that was written with computers. This wasn't something that was digitized, time-aligned, and quantized to shit. This was something that was truly made in an organic, nose to the fucking grindstone, get this fucking shit done and get it right. And it just shows so goddamn much. This is a really organic feeling fucking album. I've used that word a lot in this review, but I feel like it's one of the best ways to summarize just what's been captured on this fucking release. And I honestly feel like that level of passion, determination, and commitment is so well reflected in this fucking next track. With Deception is fucking savage. James perhaps the most brutal blast beats that I believe that Luke has ever put to track. And if there were to be a song that shows the intensity of the man who gave his right nut for this fucking album, I believe that these blast beats on this track are the fucking representation of that. Awesome changes, interesting melodic riffs, and diverse vocal changes delivered the band's message of impact and consequence of warfare, which is incidentally the overall concept for the lyrical nature of the rest of the album. Something I haven't touched on too much here. I have not listened to this album nearly enough to have fully dissected the lyrics, but man, it's a new Bayview album. You know I got to be talking about a new Bayview album. This track is just spitting fucking fire. My favourite lyrics, I believe, in Bayview history take place on this fucking track. I don't really want to spoil them. They have a fucking excellent lyric video that I reviewed not too long ago. If you haven't already checked out their music video, fucking do it. Experience it for yourself. These lyrics are fucking fire. Aftermath is the first of 2 bonus tracks that have been a part of the Bayview setlist for quite some time now. So it's really cool to have these tracks on here, since they both really mark the origins of Bayview's stylistic transition, which is a shift to a much more cerebral and unique sound that is much more their own. The track itself, like everything else here, is an absolute fucking groove fest. Every riff and beat sits so comfortably in the fucking pocket. There is a really salty main fucking riff that is just fucking driving the fucking downbeat. The track is also bursting with bright, powerful melodies, some really, really fucking cool tapping going on as well. This is just a fucking smorgasbord of melodicism going on in this track. Lyrically, this song is also based off the Fallout series, which is very cool, considering that the first Bayview release was mainly themed around video games and the like, with songs about Dark Souls and Mortal Kombat. It only makes sense that this would be touched on in the new release as well. And once again, the mental fucking creative vocal rhythms are some of Johnny's best. This song, even though it came out so long ago, is still a fucking favourite of mine. I think it's fucking sick. Here we are, guys. We're at the final fucking track. It's actually fucking sad that this is over so quickly. It's been a fucking blast talking about this album, but here we are with the album closer, Paralysis. Solid, dense, groove-laden, head-banging fodder right fucking here, man. Seriously. It's one of my favourite fucking riffs that these guys have produced. It's just a monster fucking groove. It also has a fucking vocal pattern that just demands full body participation. Everything backed up by a strong, powerful, blasty fucking drum beat in the background. This song has just been the fucking soundtrack to so many mosh pits, so many bruises, so many torn fucking muscles to this song. Brings back a lot of good memories. Paralysis also paints a fairly metal concept of the sleep paralysis issue that so many people fucking suffer from. It's a really interesting concept for a track. There's a lot of cool fucking lyrical imagery going on here that just works with the almost more simplified sort of songwriting going on here. I feel like if any new listeners come into this checking out Paralysis, this will be the track that really makes them want to see Bayview perform live. So there we fucking have it, guys. That was Bayview Suspect's Survival or Ruin. I don't know about you guys, but I feel like I've just run a fucking mile. This has been so much fun to fucking talk about. I really hope that for those of you who have been diehard Bayview fans for a long time, I hope that this review sums up your feelings and thoughts towards this album as well. For those of you who are newcomers to the Bayview Suspect, I hope that this is a pretty good introduction to the band, and I hope that you go forth and check this fucking album out after this video. Aside from that, man, I really could talk about this fucking group all day. The songwriting, everything that makes this band stand out as much as they do. I'm really excited to see where this album takes them. That's enough out of me, guys. I mean, if I had to rate this album, it's 10 out of 10, man. Honestly, I don't believe in a perfect album, but there's no faults here. There are no fucking faults. There's nothing that I think they could have done better. I do think that this album lives up to all the expectation that has been put behind them up to this point. I know I'm totally fucking biased here, so I probably am not the person to go to for like an objective fucking review of this release, but I just fucking love it. I love this group. I love this fucking album. I can't fucking recommend it enough. Fucking buy it, check the fuck out, smash your head, hurt yourself to it, man. It's what it's for. That's enough out of me today, guys. I'm sure you're sick of fucking me prattling on. Go fucking listen to this fucking album, and until next time, you can't stay